Hello, everyone, and welcome back for another monthly library update. Again, I'm LeRoy Harris, Programming and Technology Services Librarian.
I'm Kathryn, a Youth Service Librarian.
And we missed January.
Ugh. Sorry.
So,
it happened so quickly.
It did. It was just crazy.
And then the beginning of January was awful. We were both sick.
Yep.
And
yeah,
another staff member was sick, and then another staff member was sick. It's
kind of rotated through, kind of like how it might have done at your house.
Exactly.
So, but we're talking about February.
February already.
It's coming up.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Right?
It's going to be June before we know it.
It will be.
It is.
It will be. Yep. But we have fun things going on in February. Let's start off with things up in children's.
Yeah, so Saturday the 3rd, the Narren are coming for their Fasching visit, and they're coming a week early because what they would like to do, and what they do every year with Fasching, is they visit with the children without their mask on so that the kids can get an understanding that, oh, those people in those clothes with that mask on, that's my neighbor, and that's my grandmother's friend, and those are people from my community. So I don't need to be afraid of them when I see them at a parade or a festival. I can dance with them. It's okay. And so that's what they're going to do. They're going to do stories, do a craft. They're going to sing and dance with the kids. They do it every year, and it's a wonderful thing. It's happening at 10 o'clock, February 3rd. It's a Saturday, not this one, but next one. And we'll just have a little bit of fun with the Narren. So that's going to start off our month. We have story time every Monday morning at 10:30, unless the library is closed, which we will be for President's Day on the 19th. But every Monday that we're open, we have story time. That'll run through February, as will our evening story time pajama party, which is Wednesday evening at 6:30. And at that party, story time, you can wear your pajamas, you can bring a stuffed animal, you can bring a blanket. We try and do a little more low key, so we're not up and jumping around a lot. Kind of like a nice story time before bed.
Yep. I'm down at the circulation desk when Kathryn is doing the pajama party story time, and I can attest that the songs are very relaxing.
A little more low key and relaxing. Yeah, we're not going to shake our sillies out that time. So that's Wednesday evening at 6:30. Again, every time that the library is open on a Wednesday evening, we'll be having pajama party unless you're otherwise informed. We have Anime Club on February 6th, and that is for kids who are 6th grade through 12th grade. We are going to watch 2 new episodes of the anime that we are currently watching, which is a long title, something like Campfire Cooking in the Other World with My Amazing Skills or something. I don't know. It's really funny.
English translations are long.
English translations are very long for anime. But we watch a couple episodes. We have snacks. If we have time and the teens are so inclined, we talk about the anime we just watched or what we'd like to watch in the future. Sometimes teens talk and sometimes they just don't. So, but we still have a great time. So if you are of the age range, come visit us. What else are we doing? Wacky Wonders is on, let's go back because the 14th is Valentine's Day, of course. And we're having Creative Kids on Valentine's Day. So February 14th at 4 o'clock, we will meet here in the meeting room. And we're going to do a craft this time, an art project, possibly something to do with the Day of Love. No. Wacky Wonders is the next day on February 15th. That's going to be at 3:30. That is a Thursday. And I don't think we're going to do the same thing. I think we're going to do something different, but I'm not going to tell you because I love to surprise the kids. Suspense is good. And then on February 16th, there is no school at the public school. And so we're going to have a movie. We have a no school afternoon movie. And I believe we're going to watch Over the Hedge.
Oh.
We're going to do a small series in the next couple months of animal-related movies. So
I was so surprised to learn that the main raccoon in that movie is voiced by Bruce Willis.
Is it?
It is.
Oh.
And so I was watching.
I have to watch it again. It's
exactly.
been so long.
And he's funny.
Oh, yeah.
And it's very funny.
Yeah. The kids' movies are, luckily, they're animated, and most of the humor is kid humor, but some of it is adult humor. So they always do that so parents can sit through the whole thing too. evening sensory playtime is on February 20th. Starts at 6. It's over by 6:45. We do a very soft story time where we all look at a touch and feel book, so it's sensory book. We do either a song, or we blow bubbles, or we play with scarves, some kind of sensory, activity. And then we get into like a half-hour playtime. And we just have, I keep buying more sensory toys because I love them. But it's fun for the kids to have them changed out every time that they come and meet. It's a good way for our parents to come and interact with other parents while their kids play together. And it's a good way for kids to play together. And it's perfect for kids who do have any sensory issues or are very tactily motivated. So please come. It is a registered program because we have limited toys and limited space available, but you're welcome to register. You can do that online with our events page. So there's a link on that particular description that will lead you to the registration. It's 3 simple questions, or you can call us and register over the phone. We do have a daytime sensory playtime, which will happen on Thursday, the 22nd. That's at 10 in the morning, and it goes until about 10:45. And that one has been full and overfull every time, because we meet in the children's room. So if people come in and they are not registered, of course, I'm never going to tell a child you can't play with a toy or join us, because that's not my nature. So that happens on the 22nd. It is also registered. I have just a small collection of books to pass out, so we can share if we have a few more than expected. But I would like every child to have just 1 book, so we limit the registration to about 10. The 23rd of February, we're having our special Friday story time. That's a story time that has, a regular story time, and then afterwards we either do an activity or a craft or something that goes along with the theme. But it's, using the tools in the toolbox, tactile craft, or play time that goes along with that. So that is all that is happening in the children's room. Not that that's not enough, but that's happening in February. So awesome. What do you have going on?
Oh, we've got all of our great regular programming, and then we have 2 things that are going through February. So this month we had our new art exhibit start by local artist Michael Weekman.
It's fabulous. If you haven't seen it, you need to either come here or go to the Grand, because his work is amazing.
It's really fun. The exhibit here at the library is called Handle Without Care, and all on cardboard, just really neat.
It's amazing.
Just colorful, creative, expressive, imaginative, just really fun stuff. And he's even got a sign-in cardboard roll that you can doodle on.
So much fun.
Yep, and that's going to be here through Saturday, February 17th. So if you haven't seen it yet, come on down to the library. It's up in our adult nonfiction area. And there are some pieces hidden around the nonfiction area, so you have to wander around to find them.
I didn't see all of them the first time I went up. I walked around what I could see, and then the next day when I went up to get a book, I was like, oh, what's that? And you have to go beyond where it is set up. He's so clever, and it's beautiful.
It is fun. And then our adult reading program, Winter Adult Reading, is continuing through the end of February. And so if you haven't had the chance to sign up for that, come by the circulation desk and we'll get you all set up to go. Read books, to color pictures, get a free book, get your name in for Chamber Bucks prizes. And so it's a lot of fun. And then for regular programming, we've got our Litwits Book Club meeting on Monday, February 5th at 6:30. They're going to be discussing Joseph Heller's Catch-22. Wow. So interesting book. I mean, a lot of people have heard that as a phrase now, and this is the book that started it. So, but and then we've got our needleworking group on Wednesday the 7th and on the 21st. So they meet the first and third Wednesday of each month. At 9:30 in the morning. It's come and go as you're able to. Bring your needlework craft. In the past month, I think I have seen embroidery, quilting, crochet, knit, maybe a cross stitch as well, like all kinds of needlecraft. So bring your project down, have a fun chat. They're always laughing up there. They have a fun time.
It's the only other place in the library that is as fun as the children's room, I think. All the needlecraft and handcraft, because the classes that Leah teaches with
Yep.
crochet and knitting, those women laugh so much. I'm so
It's
envious because they're over there having fun and I can hear them, but I can't leave the children's room to go see what's going on. So.
And we hope to have another class by Leah here in the next couple months, but not in February, unfortunately. The art group meets every Wednesday through February from 1:30 to 3:30 here in the meeting room. Bring your two-dimensional art project that you're working on, painting, sketching, watercolor, whatever it might be. And you come and have some quiet workspace and chat with some people, make some new friends. Our poetry group meets on the second Monday of each month. So this, in February, it's going to be February 12th at 6:30 in the evening. Bring a few poems to share, and it's really low-key. It's pretty chill. Some people are like, do I have to write my own poem, or do I have to, do some sort of, fancy recitation? It's like, no, we just take turns reading around the circle and talk about poems, and it's fun. Chess Club, of course, meets every Tuesday evening, 6 o'clock, and that's open for all ages. Last
And
couple
it's
weeks have been
booming.
busy. Yes.
Yeah.
They have had a lot of people. We might have to get more chessboards, which I do not mind at all.
It's so funny. The kids will come up and visit in the children's room every once in a while, but by the time I'm ready to go down, they're kind of cleaning up, and the group that walked out Tuesday evening was just huge.
It's bigger.
So amazing.
I think it might be time to look at scheduling a chess tournament.
That'd be fun.
So
I'd go watch that.
we had one a couple years ago, but it looks like it's time for another one.
That'd be great.
And then the New Ulm Film Society, continuing their series on courtroom dramas. They always meet on the second Tuesday of each month, so they're going to be meeting on February 13th at 6:30 in the evening. And this month is The Accused from the 1980s, and a bit intense.
Yeah.
So that was
I
not
thought
really.
Kramer and Kramer was going to be really intense, but I
but
unfortunately
it's
wasn't there and I
actually,
missed it.
It's not that Kramer versus Kramer wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But the Accused is pretty intense. Probably the darkest of the courtroom dramas from the series that they've
I
got.
would agree.
So, so that's going to be at 6:30, and we'll have refreshments as always. As Kathryn mentioned, we're going to be closed on Monday the 19th, but we normally don't have programming on the third Monday in the evening for adults. Sometimes because it's open, then I get to schedule authors, but not in February.
Yeah.
But the following day, on Tuesday the 20th, the History Book Club is meeting at 12 o'clock. They're at their winter residence. They leave the library for the winter months and go over to the City Center apartments at 115 South Minnesota Street.
Right.
And
Like snowbirds, only not.
right?
It's just, but it is very accessible, so I
Yeah,
understand
it is.
that.
It's very accessible, really helpful for people to come to the club. This month, in February, they're going to be discussing American Gun by Chris Kyle. It's a really interesting survey of American history through different guns that were used in America, both the good and the bad. And so it's a pretty good take. And then the Civil War Roundtable is that evening. In February, we've got local genealogist Steve Vasalis is going to be coming, and he's actually traveled to quite a few Civil War battlefields, and he's going to bring in some of the artifacts that he has gotten. So he's going to show the things that he's collected on his different trips as he's searched for things. And then the Mystery Book Club meets the following Monday, so the last Monday of the month, on the 26th at 6:30, and they're going to be reading the very popular at the moment, it was hard for us to get enough copies, A Most Agreeable Murder by Julia Seals. So if you like Pride and Prejudice and you like mysteries, this is a fun book. You will enjoy this.
I might have to read that one.
And it's not super long either, so easy to get into. It's about a young woman in society who has this secret hobby of wanting to examine crime scenes. And so she can't tell anybody about it because she would be, just outcast from society in that era.
Unmarriageable.
But it's a lot of fun. And so, we have all those fun things happening during the month.
Cool.
Our Pathfinder groups continue to go. Our in-person group just had session 121.
Wow.
Yep. And then we've got our two virtual groups, and then we've got our teen group as well. So the teen group meets Wednesday afternoon from 1:30 to 3:30. So if you homeschool, if you are looking for some interactions for your kids, bring them down. It's a fun thing.
The kids are having a great time.
Yeah, they are. They're enjoying it. But that's all I've got for today.
Plenty.
It's actually a quieter month.
It is a quieter month. Isn't that funny? It feels like we've just packed it full of stuff, but it is one of the more quiet months. I always count out like how many programs I'm doing in the month, and I'm like, oh, it's on the lower side. So.
Right, yeah. But we hope to see you at the library. As always, you can call the library to ask about any of our programs. So 507-359-8331, or you can always, as Kathryn said, go on our website, newulmlibrary.org. You can click on our events calendar, and we hope to see you at the library. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.